A newborn is... This is the look of a mom who woke up 15,000 times last night. I have to just like do something else besides thinking about breastfeeding and my super painful breasts that have cabbage in them right now. And then back to the milk factory. I'm gonna be answering all the burning questions you guys left us on the post. If you have any new ones, keep it to yourselves. It's 9 a.m. Guys, my weekly vlogs are gonna start looking really different. Day number 3 at home. All Max is doing is sleeping, pooping, and eating. All I'm doing is breastfeeding, pumping, sleeping. I wouldn't call it sleeping, but I try. This is a 24-hour job. A newborn is... We got a night nurse, which is probably the smartest decision I've ever made with my pregnancies. I don't know why I never did it with Jake and Ben. It would have literally changed my life. She comes to me with the baby when it's time to eat, or like calls me. I breastfeed him and then she'll burp him, change him, swaddle him, put him to sleep. Those tasks that take a lot of time, I can use that time to actually go and rest a little bit. Or what I usually do is I'll go pump right after to make sure that I'm draining my breast, because I got a really bad infection from breastfeeding with Jake and Ben. That's something that I'm very scared of, so I'm trying to be attentive to my body. Okay, it's time to feed the baby. Bye. Boo boo. Milk drunk. You ready for a second dose? The life of a prince, I tell you. Okay, food time. Our first outing to a doctor's appointment. This is all my days are like now. My boob's on fire. He was a little fussy. I had to keep feeding him. This is only day 4, but I'm kind of persisting with breastfeeding, which is something I haven't done with the other 2. It was very difficult for me. I went to formula pretty much right after giving birth. With Jake, I still pumped, I think, for like 2 weeks, but with Ben, like after 4 days, it was done. I got really bad infection. I really want to keep trying and be persistent with it and just have a different experience, because I didn't have the breastfeeding experience that a lot of other mothers do. I feel very grateful and happy that I have the opportunity the 3rd time to try and see how it is. I feel like this time around it's a little bit different. I have the proper mindset. I feel like with Jake I was super anxious at all times. With Ben I was still like I wasn't calm. Now I have a different state of mind, and I take it, you know, one day at a time, 1 hour at a time. I'm kind of going with the changes. I'm just trying to let go of like this schedule and just enjoy this time, because it goes by really fast. He's napping now. I think I have like maybe 40 minutes to an hour, so I'm gonna go down for a nap as well. And then back to the milk factory.
First bath for Max.
This is his first bath.
Jakey is vlogging it. Do you like your bath, Max? Jakey, when you were a baby, I gave you your first bath too.
Oh, here? Like this bath?
Just like this, yeah.
Oh, the same?
Yeah.
Maxie, this is your first bath here.
Hi, boo.
Hi, Maxie.
It's okay, son. Shh, it's okay, baby.
Today I'm making a very big move, and we're leaving the house because I'm going crazy. I'm gonna go to the office. I'm gonna take Max with me. I have to just like do something else besides thinking about breastfeeding and my super painful breasts that have cabbage in them right now. Coming for you, the outside world. Papa is in the case. I have to get to the conference call.
I'm literally dialing in as we speak.
Where we park, there's stairs, like there's nothing. I can't bring the stroller, so it's raining. Oh my god. Anyways, I'm like, can someone help me? Can someone help me with the stroller? And he's crying now.
Oh,
Gary's gonna have a heart attack.
Well, I can't wait for this call to be over so I can kiss him.
up?
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Oh. Hi, Maximus.
He's already at the office. He's already hustling. Look at that.
Look at him go.
Yeah, he's a hungry dude.
Papa's on the call, on the baby patrol.
That's what Papa does when Mama's on phone calls.
Looks good. And look, you kind of match.
Oh, sorry, Gian. She's got work to do.
Gian, where's your desk?
But
That's it? Oh, sorry. There's milk and stuff there. Anyone wants a baby?
anyone wants a baby? Anyone?
Anyone? Anyone?
Max, welcome to the office.
Maxie, this is our hangout.
Bye, Max.
Bye, Gian. Oh, I have a stroller. Okay. Time to pick up the boys. They'll be probably so excited to see me. I haven't picked them up from school in forever. So excited. Hi! Jake, there's
When you gonna come to my house? Tuesday. When you gonna come to my house?
I'll talk to your mommy, okay? Yeah. I'm so happy to see you.
Yeah, I mean, Valeria doesn't need to get on email for that after we kind of finalize products. We just go over the contract.
This is the look of a mom who woke up 15,000 times last night. Not because of the newborn, because of all of them. I have 2 videos to shoot today. I'm a little late with scheduling. I was planning to take 2 weeks off of work, but there's like so much to do, and I'm excited to go back to work. Like, my brain needs it. That's the thing. It's like I don't have to, but my brain needs it so much. I'm hoping that Maxie will cooperate with me today. There's lights everywhere. I think I'm getting sick because Jake's been sneezing on me. Good times. Let's check this guy out. I found a solution how I can work and still be with Maxie. I got this wrap with Jake, and it basically mimics the way they were in the womb. So he's all cozied up. I'm wearing the softest sweater ever. So he's really enjoying his life right now. Now I can get back to work. I have to do some research for a video that I want to do. I can't shoot a video like this, but hopefully I'll figure something out. Max is down for a nap. I was supposed to shoot 2 videos today, but there is no way I can stay awake. One of them was like a beauty video. This is not gonna work. I'm gonna shoot one not self-love, but self-help video. Hopefully I'll get to finish it before Maxie gonna wake up. Left my follow-up, the mastitis. Now we're trying to figure out how to get my milk back. I'm gonna go back and try to do more skin to skin and get this baby to produce milk from me. Honestly guys, I wish I had more to show you, but this was my day all day today. Also, major fail with milk. Nothing's coming out. I'm like debating right now if I want to try and get my milk back or if I should just do the formula and stop torturing myself. I'm torn, to be honest. I want to bond with him with breastfeeding, but I know it's gonna be... Oh, you burped, yay! Oh, you burped again. You, my love. Hi, Bobo. Hi, Bushy. The kids are on their way back from hip hop. I'm gonna bathe Maximus tonight with the boys. They'll help us, right? With Papa and the boys. And I'm waiting for Gary to come back home. We'll have dinner. And hopefully I'll be done I'll be sleeping by 9. Friday. Today is probably gonna be the most like active day for this vlog, because this whole week I was sitting at home and just staring at the wall and feeding Max. First, I need to shoot a video that I just couldn't get myself to shoot yesterday. Then we have a meeting regarding our new house, and then we're shooting a meet the team video, which I did a post on Instagram and asked you if you guys want to hear all about it, and you guys were very interested. There were some really good questions. Oh, look at this bird nest. I know that a lot of influencers kind of keep it on the low, this whole business of social media, and I would always wonder, like, how does it work? Where does it start? Who helps them? So I wanted to just show that information to you. I kind of don't see a point to keep it all secretive. You know, I hope we all succeed. We all have room. P.S. This is my first pair of pants. Yeah. Can I tell you it was an easy fit? No. I had to lie down on my bed and catch my breath, but it was worth it.
Yom Tov.
Yom Tov, Masha Shili. Jakey today got out of going to school because you said you're not feeling well? Yeah?
Yeah.
So you want to rest?
Yeah.
We all deserve a day off, right?
Yeah.
My love. Okay, help Nori today, and I love you.
Have a good day.
Thank you too, babychki.
Mom,
Yeah.
you have to hide from Emma and Jessica. Then you say, surprise. Then they say, ah, and then they fell down out of the chair.
Okay, I'll make sure they fall off their chairs. I love you. Bye, baby. On our way to the office, this little munchkin who broke out with baby acne. Oi, I'm sorry. So Gary,
Yeah.
you know what I found yesterday?
What?
I found a blog that I used to write my poems in.
Really?
Yeah, it was from 2009. I'm gonna read it to you,
When?
and you're gonna tell me how you feel about it. It was in a very emotional time in my life.
What?
Hello.
Hey guys.
How are you? What? Yeah, guys,
Yes.
I'm wearing pants.
Oh, can we do a joint outfit of the day? That would be nice.
Yeah,
I don't
we
know. It
can.
depends if Valeria wants me in it.
We're going to do our first outfit of the day. Jess is the best. Thanks, honey. No, why is it so loud? It's not a good place for the child. All this noise. Wow.
This is like
The world is a scary place with a newborn. Wow. It feels so weird.
back to work. Back to the daily grind with this little dude.
Yeah. And you forget these stages so fast.
You're so cute. It's weird to see you with a new baby too, because like I'm so used to you with you,
I know.
like with
sweating.
Ben and yeah, running around.
We are shooting
Hello?
a Q&A now. Hello. Gonna be answering all the burning questions you guys left us on the post. If you have any new ones, keep it to yourselves. So I posted a post on Instagram and I asked you if you have any questions about Valeria Inc. because I feel like throughout our videos people are like, who are all these
Always
random people? And why do you need so many employees? And what do you actually do? We have nothing to hide. We want to share it with you.
Why don't you start
by
chatting about why Valeria Inc. was started?
I started doing YouTube in 2016 and I started in my kitchen just doing recipes and smoothies. I taught myself how to edit. That was an interesting ride. And back then I was posting maybe like once a week. I really didn't think long term with that. I remember my first sponsorship came in from like this probiotic brand and they offered me like $50 and I was like, yes, I'll take it. I didn't understand how it all worked, because again, even like me searching for other YouTubers talking about the business, you can't find any information.
Yeah, especially the business side of it, not just how I film,
exactly
what goes on behind the scenes.
They don't want to keep it secret.
Yeah. Exactly, it's this secret thing. So I did this sponsorship. I got my $50. I ran to Gary. I was like, look at my PayPal account. I got $50 for probiotic. And he's like, okay, cute. That's so awesome. When the sponsorships kept coming, I was doing everything by myself, and I came to Gary and I was like, hey, look, I made X amount of money this month. And Gary's like, oh, okay, like people are emailing you, there's like an interest, there's something happening here. If you look at all these videos, they say you have to be consistent, you have to put content, you have to put content. And I was like getting so frustrated because I was taking care of the kids, and I was also shooting 1 hour. I was editing 8 hours because I'm super slow, and editing is like so annoying. Having someone like Gary to be like, okay, you have to focus on your strengths, and your strengths are delivering content and telling a story, and you're the storyteller. That's how you get to the next level. So that's when we decided to get Emma. We actually started having a conversation about hiring people when I already had revenue that I could reinvest back in the business. I was very lucky that the money that I was making, that wasn't the money that needed to support me in my personal life. I had the luxury of taking the money that I was making from the business and putting it back. And that's when we actually started Valeria Inc. Gary's like, let's incorporate and we make it a business. I decided, okay, you know what, Valeria Inc. will be a media company. A media company that's basically, I'm the media. So
It's me.
It's me.
I am Valeria.
As a model, I had agents, I had agencies throughout the world, and they were taking care of all the business side. You're sitting and waiting for your agencies to pitch you to brands, to do things, and I didn't want to be in that situation again. And that's kind of what I liked about getting into YouTube and Instagram, because all of a sudden, I was kind of, in charge of my own fate. When I started to grow, all these MCNs and other agencies for influencers started reaching out to me and saying, hey, we want to represent you. I knew that I didn't want to be in the same place where I'm just sitting and waiting for them to bring opportunities to me. So a lot of you guys are asking, why do you need all these people? There's so many YouTubers that are just like a one-man show. A lot of them are not. You just don't see that aspect of their business. A lot of them just don't do the business side, and they sign with an agency or a multi-channel network. That's it. They just like create the content and the agencies take care of the rest. We really wanted to build something that is in-house. We wanted someone that, again, can free my time from editing so I can focus on creating content. So we put an ad on, I think it was Indeed. It was right? Indeed. And Emma was the first person we interviewed out of those 10 people.
I don't know how that happened, because I probably wasn't the first to apply.
You're just waiting for the dream role.
I feel like you just responded the fastest, so we booked you the first.
Before this, I actually was working at a church doing closed captions, editing as well. I came from Vancouver Film School. I specialized in directing, editing, cinematography, and production design. So having those 4 backgrounds are really strong when you have to work like basically as a production team with just one other person.
When did you join me? It was like
June. It was for your mom's wedding, so it was
June.
It's like a year and a half.
So summer 2017.
Yeah, so summer 2017, Emma started working. Her first actual video, I think it was like the audition. It was between her and another girl. It was on a weekend too, I remember. Yeah. Because I asked the other girl, can you do this video on the weekend? And she's like, I can't. I was like, okay, cool. And I offered it to Emma. I was like, yeah, I'm available. I'll be there. So Emma came and she shot my mom's wedding. That is a video that has over 1 million views now.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. This is like Emma not knowing anybody from the family, like the characters, the kids. She hasn't met anyone yet and doesn't speak Russian. Like, you understand?
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was a serious challenge.
Yeah.
And
That's
you
such a
killed
mean
it.
audition.
Yeah.
It's like,
I didn't even
fire.
think about it. I was just like, because Gary's like, we should film your mother's wedding. I'm like, yeah, we should, but who's gonna do it? But that video was amazing. And then when she sent it to us, I was like, we're hiring Emma. Yeah. Okay, let's go.
And we were just working out of Valeria's kitchen every day. We got it done though. We got stuff done.
Yeah, we shot for a lookbook. I posted on my stories that I was looking for an assistant for the day, and I got a few girls that reached out, and Jess was one of them.
I was working full-time at a modeling agency, actually.
I saw that post on your story and I was just like, I'm just gonna jump on it and see. I don't know.
Yeah, and you just, again, you were super responsive and you were like, whenever you need me, I'll be there. Just let me know what I can do. And I was like, okay, yes, please.
It wasn't like a long-term opportunity. I had been following you for a while. I was just trying to get more experience in this industry because I wanted to apply my 3 years of communications media work that I was doing at a university and like actually get into the field that I wanted to do.
You knew you wanted to get into social media.
I knew some sort of media, but once I saw that this world was like a legitimate thing where you could be creating your own content in-house and stuff, that's what I wanted to do.
And we weren't looking to hire anybody, but I was so impressed with her and she was so awesome and so sweet that after that, I think, how long did it?
It was like in May or something when you reached out to her again.
I was doing some of your like blog posts and like helping out with little
little things.
In April you reached out.
In April we had revenue in the company. It was still Emma and I. We're working crazy hours. And Gary's like, where do you feel like you spend the most amount of time on? And I told him, honestly, I'm researching a lot. So a lot of the time I was spending not creating content, but looking for inspiration for content. So he's like, okay, again, I think now that your company grew a little bit, it's time to hire someone that can help you with that aspect of the business. We posted the ad, but I told Gary, I was like, you know what, I remember Jess, this girl that helped us once, and I was still kind of in touch with her. I just remember she had such a good work ethic and was really pleasant to be around, and I want to, see what's up. We hired her right away. Like, we didn't really know what was the exact position, but we're like, we know that we need a Jess. Jess lives downtown. Emma is now living downtown, and it just kind of didn't make sense to keep working from home. I live far away from downtown. And also, I wanted to start building a company kind of culture. A lot of people ask, is all of this our office? Hell to the no. Hopefully one day. This is our shared office space and we're renting like 2 offices there now. So Gian is not here right now. She wasn't available, but Gian is actually doing the accounting side. We found out that I really suck in math. I started asking for Gary's help and Gary's like, listen, I don't have time. So Gian does that and she deals with, making sure that everyone's getting paid, which is very important. I wanted to start reaching out to brands that I actually loved and maybe didn't know about me. That was kind of where we decided to add someone that would be, what is your title exactly?
Manager of Strategic Partnerships, but there was no job post.
No.
My background was from an agency where I was working for a couple of years, and I had actually met Valeria and Emma on a campaign that we were working on together. Then I got to a point where in my career I actually was freelancing. I had reached out to Valeria. We ended up meeting up for lunch, and she brought Gary.
During lunch, Gary was like, so we can offer you this position, and she's like, I didn't know there's a position.
I didn't have the impression that that was a role that they were looking to fill. My background is in client services and community management, specifically over social and working with influencers. A couple months went by and I started in September. And now I'm Valeria's manager of strategic partnerships. So basically bringing that role of, what you would hire an agency for in terms of talent and partnership management in-house.
Since you joined, Gary became much more involved with Valeria Inc. I understand how lucky we all are, and especially me, having a mentor that understands the whole business aspect and how to scale a company. We had a lot of content that we already created by myself separately and then with Emma. As the audience grows, a lot of the new audience didn't see all the good stuff that we created before. So we're like, okay, we need to bring a little more spotlight into, older content. And that's how we got Tiffany. And she's the newest member to our team.
Fresh.
Yes,
fresh.
I went to journalism school. I thought that I was gonna report for the news because that's kind of all you did. You either wrote for a newspaper or you worked on the news. It wasn't until after I graduated that I realized there were social media jobs and that you could work for a production company and you could do all of these things. I was working at Today's Parent for almost 2 years, and then I was looking for a new job. You said that they were looking for a videographer at some point when you got hired. I saw that posting, and that's when I started following you on Instagram, and I subscribed to your channel, and I liked what you were doing, but I didn't apply just because I think one thing it said was a driver's license and I can't drive. So I was like, oh no, I can't do this job.
Why didn't we have your driver's license?
Several weeks after that, when the posting disappeared, I was like, oh crap, I wish I had applied to that job.
When
I saw it,
heard you and came back.
Right? And then the job posting came out again. I was looking and I applied for the job in like the middle of the night and then heard back a week later.
I remember when Jess interviewed Tiffany, she came in and she's like, she's perfect. Yeah. I didn't want to build a team of yes-sayers. I wanted to build a team that, you know, people that will have their own opinions, that will be strong enough to say no when they truly believe it's a no. Emma was really like, I was like, you know what, we hired you because I really loved like your character. You were just like on it. Jess, I think that again, I saw the character, I saw that she was very serious about what she's doing. That's her thing. She's very when she commits, she commits.
I'm a little intense compared to the others.
She's intense, but in the best way possible. And I think that it's so important to find people that are so passionate about their job. The same for Kimmy and for Tiffany. The curiosity, the passion, the commitment, I think is very important, and it's very easy to see with people.
Do we have any advice for them?
I needed a priority to hustle, to intern, and work throughout school. And because of that, I was able to establish a network of people for myself that really led to me getting my first job. So I think it's really important to surround yourself with an incredible network of people. Also, the way you present yourself through a resume, the way you present yourself in an email, that's your introduction. So I think that professionalism is really what's going to set you apart and get your foot in the door for an interview.
When you see a job that you want to go for, just go for it. I think that, like,
just go for it.
Yeah, just go for it. If you don't get it, you don't get it. But like, what if you do?
Better hearing no than I wanted.
I let one little thing stop me from applying the first time and regretted it, and so the second time I went for it and it worked out.
Here we are.
And you don't always get a second time, so just go for it.
Go for it. I think that it's very important to be really honest with yourself and know what you're good at and focus on your strengths rather than trying to do everything by yourself. And that honestly applies, like I started applying that to every aspect of my life. Because you guys are really like up in my life, like you know everything and see everything, we kind of became a family in a way where I trust you guys and hopefully you trust me. There's always going to be some disagreements here and there, but that's why I wanted people with character, because I don't want anyone to just be like, you're right, Valeria, we'll do whatever you say. We started as like working
like coworkers,
colleagues, and now we're like friends, family.
Go
team!
Oh, it was blocked by the laptop.
I wish we never did this.
Let's just
okay. So we actually saw that there was one more question that we didn't answer that I think a lot of people like had a lot of interest around. I think the question was, what is our revenue stream and how we make money? I know that I mentioned sponsorships. So those are sponsors that come to us and want to work with us and pay for integrations or sponsored videos for us to introduce their products to the audience. We also right now, which Kimmy does, we're reaching out to brands that we love.
One thing that I think is important to mention too is that's not to say that, you know, Valeria is already using a product. We see that as a source of possible revenue. We want to ensure that the brands that we're promoting are brands that are super organic to Valeria and her life.
We want to make sure that we don't recommend anything that we don't love, because it only gonna translate for, you know, like badly on us if it's something that doesn't work. Other than sponsorships, then there's the YouTube revenue, and then there's affiliate links. In the description box, whenever I wear something, I'll have a link for you. If you guys buy anything, we get like a percentage of it. I keep saying small percentage because they're small percentages. You see a lot of influencers do that. Another revenue stream is my modeling. So companies will hire me not even so much as a social media, but to do more like the modeling aspect of things. Just wanted to make that clear. And I think those were the most pressing questions. I want to make sure I answered that one because a lot of people were like very curious. And that's it. Now I have to go because I have to change Max's diaper and go home.
And I have to get back to work.
Yes.